Over the last few years, attendees at the Conservative Political Action Conference, also known as CPAC, have made light of COVID-19. But first, of course, they would go and denounce masks, vaccines. They would push fake cures, the ivermectins and the hydroxychloroquines and all the weirdo stuff. However, the organizers are being a bit more cautious. In fact, I'm going to tell you how cautious they are. But first, I'm going to tell you how cautious they are not. What they are not doing, I should say. Because having vaccine mandates, and masks required for entry, that is not what they're doing. Okay? However, what they are doing is making everyone who attends sign a waiver, promising that you or your family, in the event of your untimely demise, are not able to sue CPAC if you get and die from COVID. Look, hey, there it is. All right, so now let me read the COVID waiver on CPAC's website. It declares that COVID-19 has been declared a worldwide pandemic by the World Health Organization. All right. COVID-19 is reported to be extremely contagious. The state of medical knowledge is evolving, but the virus is believed to be spread from person to person, contact or by contact with contaminated surfaces and objects, and even possibly in the air. COVID-19 can cause serious and potentially life-threatening illness and even death. Oh, hold on here. I was told by conservatives, especially many of them who went to CPAC, that, oh no, COVID, don't worry about it. Just a tiny cold. It's a flu. It might not even be real. It might just be fake news. Might be something that the deep state came up with to take down Donald Trump. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, or just a way to get the mark of the beast. Inject that mark of the beast into your veins. Yeah.
Get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
The demons. The demons. Also,
it's the devil, okay?
It could be the devil. Could be.
It is an alien force, not of this world.
I don't know. That's what these conservatives are saying. They're all over the place. They have no idea what they're talking about. All right. So that's it. CPAC protecting their ass by saying, look, hey, we know this is going to be a virus-infested pit because no one there is going to be vaccinated. Of course, nobody's going to be wearing a mask. Nobody's going to be social distancing. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We're just going to get all the chuds in one place, and we'll see what happens. And when, or if, I would say if, but probably when, there is an outbreak of COVID among attendees, well, they don't want to be held liable. Okay? That's it. When there's their ass on the line, they're going to take this very seriously. In fact, here's what the waiver says. Attendance is of such value to me and or to my children that I accept the risk of being exposed to, contracting, and or spreading COVID-19 in order to attend CPAC's events in person. I hereby forever release and waive my right to bring suit against CPAC and its officers, directors, employees, and other representatives in connection to any exposure, infection, and or spread of COVID-19 related to my attending CPAC events. Let me just say this.
Oh my God, he admitted.
And look, that's not the tune that the guest speakers had previously been saying when it comes to COVID-19 at CPAC. In fact, back in 2020, then White House Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney depicted COVID-19 as a prosaic flu, erroneously hyped by the media as something that brings down the president. In March of 2020, CPAC leader Matt Schlapp told Fox News of the novel coronavirus, quote, what the CPAC experience has taught the whole country is that it's actually hard to get. Oh, well, interesting, because CPAC itself in the waiver says actually it's incredibly contagious. So, a little bit of a contradiction here, okay? Now, we, of course, expect this level of hypocrisy, all right? When it comes to conservatives, all they want to do is protect their bottom line. Again, this is indemnifying themselves against lawsuits. You sign that waiver, you sign away any rights to sue CPAC for you inevitably coming down with the plague or whatever, right? But surely, as believers in freedom, are CPAC attendees, are they expected to abide by this mandate against freedom? Against their ability to sue in the free market? Yes. In order to show up, in order to be at CPAC, you do have to sign it. CPAC spokesperson Kaylee Spielman told the Raw Story that people have to sign the waiver. Oh, okay. So you sign the waiver. All right. Now, the hotel also has no COVID policy. So, in fact, Spielman explained that sanitizer will be located around the hotel in the event, although masks will not be provided or required. Now, if an individual wants to wear a mask, they will have to bring them for themselves, which, of course, 0 people will do. There will be no masks. There will be no very few vaccinated people at that event. And so, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Stupid.
Now, that said, CPAC organizers are actually kind of happy about the hotel not having a policy for COVID. Why is that? Well, they won't have to enforce it. Back in, I think it was 2021 or 2022. I can't remember which one. That they had that the hotel actually had a COVID policy that they had to enforce. And so before CPAC kicked off, you had a couple of people that had to go out there and be like, look, we have to abide by the hotel and their rules. And I mean, we all believe in capitalism. They literally said, well, we're all capitalists here. So obviously we all respect private property and private rules. And so the rules of this hotel mean you have to wear a mask, but we all respect private property and capitalism, right? We're all capitalists here. The response was, boo, boo, freedom, bullshit, freedom. Yeah. So it's about as unhinged as you would expect. Okay. That said, these people got booed off the stage. But look, if you're vaccinated, yeah, you're going to have a lot easier time dealing with COVID than people who are not vaccinated. Doesn't mean you can't get sick. This isn't miracle juice, that is like an impenetrable shield. It just means that when you get COVID, and look, we're all probably going to get it at some point, you're able to deal with it a lot better because it protects against severe infection. And look, or I should say severe illness, okay? Even so, people are still dying from COVID. According to CDC data, for example, more than 3,000 people in the United States have died each week of COVID-19 for just the past several weeks. So that is still a 9/11 that is happening each week. Now, our government, at this point, which is basically 6 corporations in a trench coat, have decided that this is an acceptable loss. And, most people are just kind of shrugging their shoulders and saying, oh, this is normal. In fact, the Biden administration, by the end of May of this year, will declare the emergency over. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that COVID's gone. COVID's still here. It just means that our government will no longer be paying for vaccines and treatment. So basically, you get COVID, and you will, but you're on your own. And if you can't afford what Pfizer wants to charge you for the vaccine, which does save lives, and that's why they're able to charge so much, that's a sad day for you. None of that, of course, matters to this group of chuds, this gathering, if you will, because they don't care about the vaccine. They don't want to take it, whatever. As long as they make sure, that if, and this is the organizers, they just want to make sure that if there is an outbreak, and they sure probably will be, they get their assets covered from lawsuits. Because at the end of the day, well, they are capitalists, and they live like it every single day.